Hello friends, welcome back. Today it's gonna be a short session. I have a very busy work week. I have to work 7 days, which means I have to do some level design in between. So today what we're gonna do is a little bit of bug fixing, because the next batch has been received through thorough playtesting. A few, well, not game-breaking bugs, but a few bugs or concerns have come to my attention, and we are going to solve it in the best possible way I can. Thankfully, it's not all bugs. Also, some compliments about certain level design choices, which is good. Now, we're just gonna start with, well, actually I loaded up the map already. So let's actually jump in. This is episode 2, map 2, and let's start with this. These are all, like, I have a list here of some bugs, but they're very easily fixed. Okay. A missing texture. Let's fix that first. Now the only thing is, I'm not really sure if I'm in the hub map or not, so let's actually go over it and see. These are impassable, so that is correct. Now what I'm gonna do is, actually, there is one thing that has been pointed out which makes sense, and that is this area right here. So these fences, they kind of block rockets, but since the grades are so thin, it only would make sense that they block rockets. So what I'm gonna do, just for the sake of gameplay, we're gonna remove the fence here. Now it does look a little bit like, if you do it like this, it looks a little bit stale, but just by lifting this up, I think it's better. Now we can actually try to add some lights here. There's actually some room. By actually using some sector lights. Oh, wait a minute. Include this one as well. 1, 2. I think we should stop at 2, just to make sure we don't mess up the other sectors. Do one more. There we go. Single steps. Let's that. Now this is just experimenting, because we can actually, one thing that is fun is we can actually, in UDMF, we can basically change the lighting on the floor and not just the entire sector. So floor brightness 32. It's a bit weird. I have to. Let's call this weird at best. Now, just a calculation. What is kind of very strange is that this in editor does not show up, but appears to be showing up on the... And I have to do it the other way around, of course. The lighting, because it, you know, that's my bad. Wasn't thinking straight. So it does seem to work here. And one thing I spotted here, you can actually darken this up a little bit like that. Okay. So actually we need to do the inner parts. And of course give the light a brighter texture as well. It is very strange, like 96. Is there something wrong with the editor view? Is it just a bug? Well, this can stay actually, 64. And this one has to be 32, of course. So we give these lights a brightness, lower brightness of 96. Is that a front side or a back side? That is, it's a back side. They're all back sides. Okay. There we go. Let's have a look. I used way too, well, not enough sector lighting in this mod, I have to admit. But you know, with the dynamic lights, it all looks it all looks better, I think. Here you go, the genuine sector lighting. I can use dynamic lights here, but I don't really think it would fit as nicely. There we go. So I think we can actually just keep this. danger indicators. One thing I could do, which would make this probably a little more interesting. Alright, just let me do something here. Do they have a tag number? Apparently not, so that's good. Okay, so let's tag the slime here. And we actually need ignore the bottom height. Well, we can try this one, see how it looks. You have to be able to crouch. And now we're gonna, this might be overkill, but you know, maybe gameplay wise this is the best decision. If I tag this, give this an unused tag, 58. And then we're gonna create another 3D sector. And this time we're not gonna ignore the bottom height. Okay. Surfaces. Let's see, what can we use here? We have, has to be something generic. Maybe like the warning sign indicate. I think that's also, you can never go wrong with this. And of course, let's see. We adjust the height, ceiling height 44. Hey, more lab, red majors, work faster. Seeing through the map is not so bad. That is a fact. Okay, so can we actually... I need to find something. The thing is, oh, 9 levels, you create an episode. That's nice. Doom 1, no? That's not bad at all, actually. I kind of want to... I did actually make an episode for Doom 1 as well, a few years back. But well, while I did enjoy it, I still felt like, I kind of missed the monster variation you would find in Doom 2. Go. I think this looks pretty nice. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna create an opening. Oh, nice, nice. No super shotgun. Yep, true. Now, in today's modding scene, so to speak, you can actually introduce new weapons even for Doom 1. So that wouldn't be like an issue per se. You can add whatever you want indeed. It's not an issue, but I feel like if you would add a super shotgun to Doom 1, I feel like it kind of loses its charm. Because that's like the lack of a super shotgun is what gives Doom 1, I think, like a little bit of a different vibe. It leaves you a little more powerless, which I feel, if you look at the monster roster that is presented in Doom 1, I feel it's actually very well balanced. It doesn't need a super shotgun, especially if you look at the monster roster in Doom 2. Wait, that is actually not where I want to be. This one. True. Like there are a lot more bullet sponges in Doom 2. So it kind of makes more sense to have like a super shotgun present there. Well, it's been a few years since I played the original campaign. I want to change this because I feel like it's too crowded. this better. Not really sure. Might not be the best choice. Yeah. I played it too many times as well, so I really like the campaigns. They're yeah, I played them like so many times, and I feel like there are so many great mods and custom maps out there. I feel like, you know, at this point there's really no reason to go back to playing the original campaign unless you never played it before, of course. Then I think it's a must. But besides that, you know, like the levels for the time weren't... I mean, they were great for the time. But now I think it's a bit, you know, modern level design caught on. But, you know, I still think it was a good campaign. Both games. I think they're the games like the original Doom and Doom 2. I think that those are the games I played most of my life so far. And I still feel, you know, like you have, like, I'm a huge fan of Quake 2, Quake as well, and they're also great games. Like, you know, Doom is still the one game I just keep coming back to for some reason. Oh, okay. Well over 8,000 textures. Man, that's great. But those are great textures to choose from, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, let's, I think... This probably needs to be, well, let's say, advertised. It's easier than making your own textures. True. However, I do plan to eventually do that. But, you know, those are great textures to choose from. Like this mod uses Doom 3 textures, converted for Doom 2. Well, I think like the two games, they kind of take place in a different setting. Like maybe for a few of the hell textures and yeah, some Startan textures. But I think Doom 2 took like a different visual direction. With all the city brick textures, you don't find that in Doom 2. So I think there's, in my opinion, there's enough variety between the two games. And I absolutely love you know, the expanded monster roster. Like it really fits for like a direct sequel. I think the game shouldn't stray too far visually from another. If you make like a sequel this close. Of course, but it was, you know, it's easy money. They had a great foundation and they just cashed in on that, you know, by making Doom 2. It was a great success, the original Doom. So like they already had a good base to go on, and just by adding a few monsters, you know, the super shotgun, a few more textures, you know, you had, yeah, it was. Well, I feel, you know, maybe it's because for the true people who kind of know Doom. I think it's who know Doom in and out. You know, there's a notable difference in textures. Maybe if you never played them both, it's harder to see the difference. Maybe. It was different. There were great maps in Doom 2. There were a few that were did Sandy made most of them? Yeah, could be, because he was known for you know, going a little bit experimental, and you could clearly see that in Doom 2 maps. Like, I can see the difference in style from definitely the first episode and the third. Like, Knee Deep in the Dead has a very different style compared to Inferno. Not only visually, but in terms of gameplay as well. Lantern small, floor lantern small. Should we put it here just for as a modern way of putting in yellow paint? Like, watch it. No? Oh, wait, there is something. What do you mean exactly by that? The thing you can't defeat? They were remade? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, let's test it. Jump back out. Kind of want to make sure that you actually can duck. Otherwise, like, if you only bump against certain parts, it's not really clear. However, what I can do . Okay, that's good enough. Oh. Yeah. Accidentally. There we go. Have to test it again. 1 pixel too low. Doom 3, it had a lot of flaws. Well, it was substantially different from, of course, the original games, not just visually but gameplay wise. I kind of want to prevent the player from bumping like this. How do we do that? That's a good question. Doing it like this, I guess. And there's no issue here. Yeah, it's true. They went for a little a different approach. they kind of rectify that with Doom 2K16. Although I gotta say, okay, this is good enough. The flashlight, yeah. They did a great job in Quake 4. I think maybe lights are not really necessary. What might be annoying here is that you actually can get you actually accidentally fall down. Really, I'm a huge fan of Quake 4. Really liked it. I played it like, finished it 10 times I think. I love the story where you were actually converted to a Strock when you go, when you're lying on that conveyor belt. Yeah, it's it definitely is, you know, it's not like for the there's the same difference between Quake 1 and Quake 2. Also very divisive. But I was more of a fan of Quake 2 than I was of Quake 1. So Quake 4, which is a direct sequel, basically, to Quake 2. So Quake 4 made more sense for me, was more enjoyable for me. But, you know, I think if you're really... You don't need... If you're, you know, not convinced that Quake 2 is a... Well, it's not a sequel to Quake. It's just because of the name. Again, it's a nice cash grab. You got a good name. Quake was successful. So to build on that success, they just named it Quake 2. But... Yeah, I've seen... welcome, Boris, by the way. I've seen that, and I actually want to stream that as well. I have been missing out severely on, you know, Quake streaming. So we're gonna do some more mods. Absolutely. And that is definitely on the menu. It looks great, absolutely. "77 maps. That many, huh? It always baffles me that, you know, they crank these out so fast. You can actually, if you have enough speed, you can just run over it. I think in general, most people are a fan of Quake 1. They prefer Quake 1 over Quake 2. I don't. I think there's a lot more consistency to Quake 2 than there is to Quake 1. But I can enjoy Quake 1 as well, you know. But if I were to choose to keep one of those two games, it would be Quake 2, no doubt. Yep, and you know, everybody has their opinion, and that's fine, you know. But I think what they should have done better is not name Quake 2 Quake 2 and create like a different completely different game because it doesn't even have the same. Like they kind of try to tie it together, but only in the newest. What was it called? Call of the Machine of Call of the Void. Kind of trying to tie those universes together, which is a nice effort, but it doesn't really make sense. It's a different universe, and they should have been 2 different games in name. You don't like the models? I actually do like the models. There's something like Quake 2 has this certain vibe. And maybe it's nostalgia, I don't know, maybe. But it definitely felt more of a cohesive experience compared to Quake 1. Oh, that's sausage water. Sausage water. Yeah. True. Half-Life was, you know, the peak of, but it was heavily modified. It was a heavily modified Quake engine, but you know, the groundwork was already there. I would probably argue that if I didn't know, I never would have guessed that it was a modified Quake engine, because movement felt so different. You know, everything basically. Ah, okay, that is. Yeah. Oh. Well, I never drink my hot dog water. I think Limp Bizkit made an album, something with a hot dog flavored water back in the day, no? Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water? They were onto something. The switch, we're gonna keep that for fence. Okay, so those problems are actually both fixed. Yeah. Okay. There are fences here that are not impassable. Wow, what an oversight. What an oversight. Ah, there we go, yeah. I wonder if we get to see Half-Life 3. There have been rumors again. Wouldn't that be great? They made a game so successful that they're like, are they afraid of that people's expectations are too high? Yeah, true. The wonderful story of Gaben. Okay, that is fixed, but I don't think that is the issue here. above the lift to the nuke. These 3 are missing. That is actually in a different map. You know, Microsoft, huh? What can you say? Oh, yeah. Very well spotted. I have a great playtester, as you can see. That is something I clearly forgot. And I'm not even sure if this is... probably not intentional. I do understand how hard it is to just find all the bugs. But he not only does he find visual glitches, he also seems to be very good at testing, like breaking the map. He's a speedrunner. And now this is not built for speedrunners in mind. Oh yeah, but the thing is, like, you know, it's very like you're absolutely free to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely free to test my, my map. And the thing, like, the purpose of this testing, what I was talking about, is basically to find errors and bugs. Not necessarily. Well, there are a few, but not necessarily to comment on certain gameplay choices, so to speak. This is mainly to get rid of the game-breaking bugs, allowing soft locks, map breaking, accidentally bypassing a large chunk of the map. The thing is, whether you like the map or not is more personal preference, and I can kind of keep that in mind, but that doesn't necessarily mean I will change it, unless, a lot of people really think that's annoying. Like, one thing I did was with the sounds. Hold on, this actually has no... Like, there were these computer sounds. I'd probably fix it right away. Yeah, true. But these are problems I didn't even know where they existed. But it's best, indeed, to try to fix it right away. Absolutely. Fire damage 20, interval 32. 20, interval 32. Oh, this is extreme. Okay. Fixed. 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 That is impassable. Oh, wait a minute, he's talking about this one. Oh yeah. Jesus. Okay. How long have I been working on this map? To be honest, I have completely no idea. Way too long. That's for sure. That I can't tell you. There's no way out. We're gonna increase the height a little bit so you can actually jump out. Sector damage, holy shit. Months and months. Months and months have I been working on this map. Okay, it couldn't hit you. Indeed, that is correct. Check, check, check. I think we got everything so far. Now, the one thing that needs testing still, and there is no link to this. It's not finished. But episode 1 is like this will be released on January the 15th. I released it a few days earlier on my Buy Me a Coffee page. You know, to give the supporters, financial supporters, something to say thank you, as a way to say thank you, basically. So they get it like a few days earlier. Because I have to do something, you know, in return. But January the 15th will be the official release, the public release date. You can find it on mod database. And there's indeed a link in the description, more than that. Thank you indeed. There's a link, true. Already forgot myself, I put a link in there. There we go. Those are the bugs fixed. All right. That's it for today. I mean, for the level design part. Now we're gonna check out. I'll be back in a few minutes. Then we're gonna jump in the Dragon Sector Remake. I look forward to this one because it's something. It looks insanely good. I just made sure it ran properly, so we did a small test, but looks absolutely great. It's I'm never able to finish that. Hey Gamedev, what is up? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for joining. And welcome. I think I'm getting like the last few days a little more traction on YouTube. It's generating more views. I don't know why or how this happens, but you know, the algorithm is a strange beast. But I hope this momentum continues. But you know, I'm gonna do some more. Like, I kind of like this idea of splitting my time between working on my projects and then do a little bit of mod checkout. You know, Quake 2, Quake, Half-Life, Doom. For the good games, there are like tons of mods which I always wanted to check out, and I think staying in the same like game development spirit, I think it's actually nice to kind of end the stream with like a few short playthroughs of whatever is out there. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Let's close off Discord before it sucks out all my my RAM memory, my memory, because how poorly optimized it is. Apparently, I read it that it has this issue where it drains your PC memory, and when it reaches 4 gigabytes, instead of fixing it, they kind of made it so that Discord closes itself off and restarts, so we can start again with the memory leak. It's insane. But you know, yeah, I guess those are the modern times, you know. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Let's start it up. See if it still works. It has Brutal Doom integrated, I think. Now, not everybody's a fan of Brutal Doom, but we're just gonna play it as intended. Okay, here we go. Dragon Sector Remake. Does look great. Just a second. Okay. There we go. I never played the first Dragon Sector. Was that a Doom mod or a game perhaps? It doesn't ring any bell. Fancy menu indeed. Looks great. They clearly go for the Doom Slayer approach here. But you know, if you use Brutal Doom as a base, I guess that is what you can expect. I love the UAC logo there. Very cool. Now since it's Brutal Doom, probably play on start game balance, baseline intended difficulty. 25% more aggressive. Ooh. I'm not a skilled player. 50%. Monsters react instantly. Well, that is something I have to change in my own mod, because the respawning for the latest difficulty level or the highest difficulty level doesn't really work. Yeah, some people like it, some don't. I think, like, for every now and then, I kind of enjoy Brutal Doom, just for what it is, like the true slaughter. But it's definitely not something I would want to use all the time for every map. But it kind of depends if you kind of build your project around that. Then I guess it makes sense. It doesn't really make sense in the world of the standard Doom 2. But you know, we'll see. This is as intended. This is the full release. I'm not really sure if I play it in regular Doom, if I break something. Okay, so we are on Titan. Damn. Nice animations indeed. One thing I have to check, because just underneath me, the icon, is that a grenade? Weapon state. Oh shit. Oh. That's a bit tolerable. Ledge grabbing. Feels completely redundant. Say, that's a nice forklift. I think this floor could have used a little more detail. Like if you look at all the fancy stuff here, it kind of feels a little out of place. Oh, we got swimmable water. Whoa, look at that. 2 minutes in, we got our first secret. There are tracks made across the stars. Dragon Sector. Okay. Can we ledge grab a... No, of course not. Not too bad. Well, it is brutal. Probably... Oh, we got one survivor. Man. What is that? Is that an auto map? Oh. That's pretty cool. And this takes some time getting used to. Completely different playstyle. Kind of like that they true. That's actually, it's a very bad idea to use that if you're facing non-hit scan enemies, because the attacks are so random. What was that? Is that an ally? Pretty cool. Kind of look out of place. Burn effect is absolutely nasty. Does a good job. And that's a 3D model. Quite nice. That is a nasty, nasty trick there. Playing dead. I'm just glad I didn't choose ultra violence. Yeah, true. They were actually formidable opponents in Unreal. Very impressive movement for the time. This is all very clear. High res textures combined with a few Doom textures, which well is kind of strange, but then again I do it in my own mod, so who am I to say? I have no idea. Medical. It's kind of weird that they spawn in the metal floor here. Nasty. Ammo is pretty scarce, to be honest. Poison resistance. Oh, what the hell? Damn. Okay. Do we need to activate that? Almost shot myself. Ah, you can perform a finisher if you're fast. Wasn't fast enough. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's on everybody's mind.
I've got you.
It's an image we can never shake off. Special weapon special keys. What? Swap modes? Ah, wait. Oh. They probably mean between Berserk. Quick melee execution. How about alt for that? Activate weapon special. Oh. Oh. No more kick. Yeah, I know. Buckshot slug. What do you know? Can I actually use kick? Wait. Options. Kick. Mouse 5. Quick melee, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Laser rocket standard. Okay. Uh-huh. Auto execute. Okay. And we do have slug, I think, yeah. Not really necessary, is it? No. Did I miss something? Because I haven't found a blue key yet, I think.
Die, mortal!
I haven't been here before. Oh. Oh, look at that. How cute. Damn. Vampire the Masquerade, yeah. Would probably save me a lot of effort. Doesn't ring an immediate bell. It does look like it could come from Vampire the Masquerade, though. It's still weird that it, like, what the purpose of this is. Is there a way out of here, actually? Ah. Here's the yellow key. Damn, that was actually pretty well hidden. Spacesuit required. I do have one. Man, I am out of ammo almost. Damn it. I wasted too many shots on that. kind of attack was that? A new weapon. Okay. Oh wait, we're back at the very beginning. Oh, that's the UEC bot. Resource gather. We kind of need that, I think. Not now. Reloading. Oh shit. Bad idea. Jesus. Pause all the game but the doors. Yeah. Man, ammo is scarce around these parts. Fuck, he's protected. How do we deal with that? How do we deal with an aggressive spider? Which has a shield. Oh, like that? Apparently like that. Man, what is up with this ammo scarcity? Holy shit. What am I to do here? That's on me. I was impatient. Man, it is, ammo is pretty tight. Jesus. Free. Well, this is utterly pointless. Okay. So, we got the blue and the yellow key. I assume the red has to be close. My guess would be firing range, maybe? Oh, wait. That is brutal. There's the red key. Okay, that's weird. Should be able to open it, no? Unless I missed something in here, like a passage. Doesn't look like it. Strange. There's too much blood on these walls. Maybe there's a switch. I don't know. There's a security switch here. Oh. Well, there is the entrance door to the firing range, but I have absolutely no idea how to get there. Well, through here, obviously, but I don't understand why this is closed. Oh wait, this is new? This is probably the door to the firing range. Probably. Yes. Okay, that was a brutal one. Okay, got the red key. Before we go, I want to see what this does. That's the secret, I think. Is it this one? Yeah. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, it's this one. Can we actually use it? Oh yeah, ooh. We got ourselves a little friend here. Okay. That is pretty awesome. He's pretty good at it as well. Is it still following? No, it's not following me. Damn it. Ah. Now we're talking. Do we need to go back here? I don't think so. There is still some things are still unexplored here, but we got all the keys now, so. I think there were cameras here somewhere. Skyway entrance. That was... I think I activated that one. Skyway turret. To release lockdown pull switch. I think we did, no? So I assume I have to go to no, it should be open. Oh wait, is it this one? Okay, and that's hard to spot. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Come on, turret, do your thing. They're homing. Get out of here. Well, somewhat. Holy shit, that makes him a whole lot tougher. Oh shit. What is going on? It's a bit dark, yeah. You survived. That is actually fairly correct. I survived. Barely. What the hell is that? Oh. Okay. Oh, I walked in a fire. Okay. Didn't even know. So much stuff going on. That is cool. Gotta admit that. Ooh, baby. This will burn through my ammo pretty fast, I think. The map doesn't seem too big, but you never know. And this is a very slow door. But it's cool. The fuck? Yeah. Well, it was only a matter of time before I met my match. Oh god. Well, that was effective. These doors are a pain in the ass. Okay, that's good, that's good. Can you just... Oh, these doors, man. Come on, for fuck's sake, open up. Alright, see you in 5 minutes. What am I fighting? Right. Oh, okay. It's a different door. Crush has the door does not stop. Damn it. I use these same monsters in my mod. Shit. Are you for real? Is this another slaughter map? Turning into another slaughter map? Did I break this? Security bot. Oh, that's great. Too bad it's underwater. I think I broke this. It worked the first time, didn't it? Yeah, but it kind of got like... Oh, thanks. They kind of combined the Spider Mastermind with the Octobrain, and you got that. The level is not working. This door is broken. Okay, you need a blue key, but how did I activate? Oh, wait. Mom is there. Go fuck yourself, man. Oh, now it works again. So it works whenever it wants. Okay. I can respect that. I do not have a good tactic for this. Unless... There we go. Oh, he follows me underwater. That solves my problem. Get her. Do something. That's what I want to see. Well, please let me know what your idea was. It might help me in the future. Because I'm pretty sure this won't be the only confrontation. Oh, I do have a grenade. Indeed. Actually, I forgot about that. Probably didn't need it here, but it felt good. That's a lot of health. It's kind of a little bit of a weird level. What the hell? That must be a wasp nest. Yeah. Could be, could be. Am I going in the right direction? Couldn't tell you, to be honest. Oh. Yeah, I just don't know. Is this door broken again or not? Damn cyber demon shit. These bots are so helpful. Have a look what's going on. Oh. Okay. Thought it was a melee cyber demon. Damn. I'm not sure if I have to do anything. It's wasted a lot of my health while I just probably could have waited here. Can he actually damage these bots? Think he's done? They got him. What is this? No clue. They use a flag gun. That's a good question. But I know these. I have to be on the lookout for switches because these bots are insanely good. Welcome back, Major. Okay. Oh, I wonder what was the purpose here. Oh shit! That looks nasty. Oh, just a second, because I thought we did have a flashlight. Hell to the cyber, yeah. Target spy options. What the hell is that? Dragon Sector options. Friendly fire. There's nothing special. Flashlight. Toggle flashlight. Oh. There is absolutely nothing here. Oh. I find these doors hard to spot. No, wait, this is actually pretty easy to spot. This is completely on me. I came from here. Was there another yellow door, perhaps? This one, I think. Yeah, there are 4 versions. I think you just need the last one. There's like an episode 2 demo. And then you got episode 1 as a whole, but that is going to be reworked. Okay, well, thanks for the ammo. Jesus. It's pretty cool. Ah. There's nothing here. Well, besides a shitload of ammo, of course. Can we get inside this part here? Wait, I think there was actually a way to go down there. Oh god, why doesn't it work? Maybe I missed something. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay. No, it's a small level, but still feels complicated for some reason. Here's our little friend. Oh. Well, that wasn't clearly indicated. I think these things are indestructible. Oh, please, please, don't let the door stop you. Go in, my friend. Yes. Can't complain, really. I can't complain. Auto shotgun, holy shit. Okay, that's good. Ah. Now we're getting somewhere. Ah, too bad. Okay, so we got the flooded part. God, you have to go through all this. Like, this map could have used a few shortcuts. And I think... Here's our friend again. No? Is this open now? Yes. Wait. No. Okay, this is new. That's good. Where's our little turret friend here? Oh, here he is. Already doing his thing. That's great. Yeah, he's doing a great job. Alright, here we go. What the hell is going on over here? I can't even see. And my health has gone to 24%. That's great. I'm really a fan of these extreme open areas. Should I go on with 6%? But hell not. It's a bit laggy. Okay. A so-so map. Not a huge fan. Oh. Okay, let's end it here. I think these are 9 maps. One thing I do want to fix now before I forget, and that is in my own map. There are 9 maps, so it shouldn't take too long to get through the project, hopefully. Let's see, we need the auto map mode. Because we did make some changes to the map. No, does this hide or show? Probably hide. Wireframe, that's easier actually, a lot easier. Okay, so this one can be on, can be for display. It's quite alright. And these need to be hidden. There you go. It's I try to keep it clean auto map, you know. There we go. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be back this week. I have to work on Saturday and on Sunday, so it's going to be very busy for me. Maybe I can squeeze in a few hours in the weekend. If nothing special comes up, I hope to release the project or my map, the episode on Monday the 12th, and that would be for you, Mortal Nap, because it's on the Buy Me a Coffee website for supporting members. So you get it a little earlier. As a way to say thank you for your contribution, of course. And then the 15th, it's going to be for the public. So look forward to it and to seeing people's reactions, feedback, which is very important, especially for episode 3 that is coming up. So I at least know what works, what doesn't work, you know, because this hasn't been out yet, and it's always like the first time. Because I have designed these maps with like a certain gameplay idea in mind. I draw mainly from my own inspiration, but you know, it's different for everybody, and what works for me maybe completely doesn't work for somebody else. Could be. Now you can't cater to everybody, I know, but if there are any like very annoying gameplay things or you know whatever, that is something that needs to be addressed, of course. But we'll see. I'm gonna try to do like, I think the last bug fixing is gonna be, if it's necessary, on the final boss area. So I'm not going to stream that unless it's like a level, maybe like certain things for the level. It's not a slaughter map, don't worry. I think the monster count is very low actually. But like I said, you know, it always depends on not how many monsters you place, but how you use the monsters' abilities. That's what matters, and that's what can make a map easy or tough. You know, you could give the player a BFG and put in 100 former humans. Yeah, then you have a high monster count, but it doesn't make the map difficult. So I feel like you should use the monster's abilities in their best form. And I think placement and level design, specifically around certain monsters where you kind of you have to know the monster, you have to know the abilities, and then you can place in where you think it's, they can make the most use of their abilities. And that is what I think makes an interesting map. And not just put like 1,000 revenants in a room and give you a BFG with plenty of ammo. That's not my idea of great gameplay. But we'll see how it turns out. So I will be returning to stream. Maybe not to work on the final bug fixes. I'm going to do that behind the scenes. However, I will be playing, continuing the Dragon Sector Remake playthrough. And in the meantime, I can do some streaming of my work on my Game Boy project, which is also working on a demo, releasable demo right now, a free demo, which is pretty obvious, I think, a demo, So that's going to be in the pipeline as well. And then gathering the feedback from Annie. If there are any immediate like critical bugs that need to be fixed, I will prioritize that first, so I can get a new version of episode 2 out to make sure that people don't, there are no game-breaking bugs. Because I only have one tester, and you can only find so many bugs. If 1,000 people play it, for example, there's bound to be something that comes up which I haven't thought about, But that's just the nature of game design. So if nothing special comes out, I will be continuing work on episode 1. We're going to do like a good overhaul, introduce a couple of textures from episode 2 to spice the maps up a little bit, and we're going to add some more detail because there have been several years between the first episode and this one. So I kind of want to bring it up to speed or up to the same quality level as this one. And I think it's going to be interesting to kind of revisit those old maps and breathe some new life into them. One tester, but a very good one. Absolutely. Very grateful. So I'll be streaming, I got a few more things that I want to add in episode 1, which really think enhances the atmosphere. We're going to use 3D skyboxes. I want to use them for all the maps, so including this one. It doesn't have to be super complicated, but I feel they can really enhance the map, like I did in episode 2 map 3, for example. That really enhances it. And I think all the maps could benefit from that. So maybe I have seen these great liquids. Have you seen it on the Discord server? Festus posted it. The new Doom liquid test, or liquids. That's amazing stuff. Holy shit! I kind of want to use it in this game, in this mod. Has so much potential. And I think they could fit the Doom 3 textures very well here. So that is something I might look into. Because the way that flows the liquids, that is absolutely insane. So chances are very high, very likely that I'm going to implement those liquids. Well, that's something for later. Let's just focus on release of episode 2, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.